Hello friends, welcome to Saker Academy. This is module 7 about AZ-900 Microsoft Azure Fundamentals Certification Real Exam Questions and Concepts. In this module, I am going to provide 20 more real exam questions and answers. AZ-900 exam question number 91. You have an Azure environment that contains 10 virtual networks and 100 virtual machines. You need to limit the amount of inbound traffic to all the Azure virtual network. What should you create? The options we have: one application security group, B 10 virtual network gateways, C 10 Azure Express Route circuits, and D 1 Azure firewall. So limit the amount of inbound traffic, right? To limit the inbound traffic, right? So the Azure firewall is the right option here. So right, the D is the right answer. AZ-900 exam question number 92. You plan to deploy several Azure virtual machines. You need to control the ports that devices on the internet can use to access the virtual machines, right? So you need to control the ports that devices on the internet. So what should you use? The options we have: A network security group, B an Azure Active Directory role, C an Azure Active Directory group, and D an Azure Key Vault. So the right answer is A network security group. So and AZ-900 exam question number 93. Your company plans to deploy several web servers and several database servers to Azure. You need to recommend an Azure solution to limit the type of connections from web servers to the database servers. What should you include in the recommendation? Right, so you need to limit the type of connections from web servers to the database servers here. The options we have: A network security groups, B Azure service bus, C a local network gateway, and D a route filter. The right answer is A network security groups. So Azure Network Security Group from Microsoft is an excellent option for protecting virtual networks. With the help of this tool, administrators can easily arrange, filter, direct, and limit various network traffic flows. You can set different inbound and outbound rules to allow or restrict specific types of traffic when establishing the Azure network security groups. So right answer is A NSGs. AZ-900 exam question number 94. Which service provides network traffic filtering across multiple Azure subscriptions and virtual networks? So options we have: A Azure firewall, B an application security group, C Azure DDoS protection, and D a network security group. Right, so you need to filter the network traffic from the multiple subscriptions and the virtual networks. So the right answer is A Azure firewall. So by using the Azure firewall service, so we can filter the network. Yeah. AZ-900 exam question number 95. For each of the following statements, select yes if the statement is true, otherwise select no. Note here, each correct selection is worth 1 point. In the answer area, we have 3 statements. Let's go to the statement 1. Azure Firewall will encrypt all the network traffic sent from Azure to the internet. Options we have yes or no. Right? See, Azure Firewall, it says that will encrypt all the network traffic sent from the Azure to the internet. So Azure Firewall will not encrypt the network traffic, right? So it will just filter the by using the Azure Firewall service, we can filter the network traffic, but we cannot encrypt all the network traffic that's sent from the Azure to the internet. So the right answer is option no. Next statement: a network security group will encrypt all the network traffic sent from the Azure to the internet. So again, the right answer is option no. So again, NSGs also will not encrypt the network traffic. Next statements. Azure virtual machines that run on Windows Server 2016 can encrypt network traffic sent to the internet. So again, the right answer is option no. Right? So here also right answer is option no. AZ-900 exam question number 96. On which layer is DDoS protection applied? Right? So the DDoS protection, where it is actually, in which layer in the Azure it is applied. The options we have: A, application layer, B, network layer, C, perimeter layer, and D, compute layer. Right? The right answer is B, network layer. So in the network layer, the DDoS protection can be applied in Azure. AZ-900 exam question number 97. Note, the question is part of series of questions that present the same scenario. Each question in the series contains a unique solution that might meet the stated goals. Some question sets might have more than one correct solution, while others might not have a correct solution. After you answer a question in this question, you will not be able to return to it. As a result, these questions will not appear in the review screen. The question starts from here. Your Azure environment contains multiple Azure virtual machines. You need to ensure that a virtual machine named VM1 is accessible from the internet over HTTP. The solution is here. You modify a DDoS protection plan. So will that meet? Does the solution meet the goal? Options we have: A, yes; B, no. So the DDoS protections, right? So will not restrict the this will not restrict this service, right? So the right answer is option B, no. AZ-900 exam question number 98. The question is same, but provided solution is here. You modify an Azure firewall, right? So the Azure firewall, which provides the ability to such a control where we can restrict the service here. So the right answer is A, yes. Right? So you can modify Azure firewall here. So that will meet the solution here. A, yes. AZ-900 exam question number 99. The question is same and the provided solution is here. You modify an Azure Traffic Manager profile. So the Azure Traffic Manager profile is nowhere restrict the accessibility when it comes to the accessibility, right? So Azure Traffic Manager profile will not be used for that. The service is not being used for that. So the right answer is B, no. AZ-900 exam question number 100. Again the question is same, but the provided solution is here. You modify a network security group, right? So the right answer is A, yes. So by using the network security group, we can achieve the goal here. AZ-900 exam question number 101. To complete the sentence, select the appropriate option in the answer area. So in the answer area, the statement is here: an organization that hosts its infrastructure dash, we need to fill the choose the right cloud model here, no longer requires a data center. An organization that hosts its infrastructure no longer requires a data center. So which cloud model we have to choose here? So the options we have: in a private cloud, in a hybrid cloud, in the public cloud, on a Hyper-V host. See, private, hybrid, and hyper. So those will require the data center which we need to host the infrastructure. But in the public cloud, so the cloud provider will handle the data center. So we don't need, organization don't need to handle the or no need to maintain the infrastructure, right? So the right answer is here: an organization that hosts its infrastructure in the public cloud no longer requires a data center. AZ-900 exam question number 102. Which are two characteristics of the public cloud Which are the two characteristics of the public cloud. Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note here, each correct selection is worth 1 point. The options we have: A, dedicated hardware; B, unsecured connections; C, limited storage; D, metered pricing; and E, self-service management. Right? So which are the two characteristics of the public cloud here? Right? So the right answer is here D, meter pricing, and E, self-service management. So these two are the major characteristics when it comes to the public cloud. AZ-900 exam question number 103. You have an on-premises network that contains 100 servers. You need to recommend a solution that provides additional resources to your users. The solution must minimize capital and operational expenditure costs. What should you include in the recommendation? Right? The question is, what should you include in the recommendation? The options we have: a complete migration to the public cloud; B, an additional data center; C, a private cloud; D, a hybrid cloud. Right? So you need to recommend a solution that provides additional resources to your users. So again, the solution must minimize capital and operational expenditure. So here we need to consider capital and operational expenditure. So in that case, which one will have the which solution it will come, right? So the right answer is here D, hybrid cloud. So capital and operational expenditure cost it is considering here. So in that case, private will not come. So other three options will not consider. So the right solution is here a hybrid cloud, D. AZ-900 exam question number 104. You plan to migrate several servers from an on-premises network to Azure. What is an advantage of using public cloud service for the servers over an on-premises network? Options we have: A, the public cloud is owned by the public, not a private corporation. B, the public cloud is a crowdsourcing solution that provides corporations with the ability to enhance the cloud. C, all public cloud resources can be freely accessible by every member of the public. And D, the public cloud is a shared entity whereby multiple corporations each use a portion of the resources in the cloud. Right? So you plan to migrate several servers from an on-premises network to Azure. So basically we have to consider the advantage of the public cloud, right? So here the this options right. So the right answer is D, the public cloud is a shared entity. That is a shared entity where the multiple operations each use portion of the resources in the cloud. Right? So the right answer is D. AZ-900 exam question number 105. In which type of cloud model are all the hardware resources owned by a third party and shared between multiple tenants? Right? Owned by the third party, the resources, hardware resources owned by third party and shared between multiple tenants. Right? So here answer is C, public cloud. AZ-900 exam question number 106. To complete the sentence, select the appropriate option in the answer area. In the answer area, an Azure web app that requires an on-premises Microsoft SQL server is an example of as cloud. So we have the options like hybrid, multi-vendor, private, and public cloud. So an Azure web app that queries an on-premises Microsoft SQL server is an example of here Azure web app that cloud service provider is handling, and the on-premises SQL server, right? So here we are doing together, right? So the right answer is hybrid cloud model. So the service public cloud and then on-premises. So which cloud model it will support means hybrid cloud. The right answer is hybrid. AZ-900 exam question number 107. For each of the following statements, select yes if the statement is true, otherwise select no. Note each correct selection is worth 1 point. In the answer area, we have the statements. First statement is: to implement a hybrid cloud model, a company must have an internal network. right? The options we have yes and no, right? So to implement hybrid cloud model, a company must have an internal network. The right answer is yes. So because it's a hybrid cloud model, so it's the combination of public and private, right? So company must have to maintain the internal network. Next statement is a company can extend the computing resources of its internal network by using the hybrid cloud. All right? Here again, answer is yes. So a company can extend in the hybrid cloud model. So it has the organization has the ability to extend the computing resources of its internal network because they have the ability to maintain the internet network, right? So it's a combination of public and private. So the right answer is yes. The next statement is in a public cloud model, only guest users or your company can access the resources in the cloud. So it is not such restriction we have in the public cloud, only the guest users to use your company, right? So that the option is no. Right answer is no. AZ-900 exam question number 108. To which cloud models can you deploy physical servers? Options we have A, private cloud and hybrid cloud model only, B, private cloud only, C, private cloud, hybrid cloud and public cloud, and D, hybrid cloud only, right? So to which cloud models can you deploy physical servers? So basically physical servers, so which model we have to do, right? The right answer is A, private and hybrid cloud. So these two are maintained, organized by the company, right? So the right answer is private cloud and hybrid cloud only. AZ-900 exam question number 109. Match the cloud model to the correct advantage. Instructions: to answer, drag the appropriate cloud model from the column on the left to its advantage on the right. Each cloud model may be used once or more than once or not at all. Note here each correct selection is worth 1 point. So the cloud model, hybrid cloud, private cloud and public cloud, and then statements: no required capital expenditure, provides complete control over security, and provides a choice to use an on-premises or cloud-based resources. So the right answers in the work area here: public cloud, because no public for the public cloud in no need to not required any capital expenditures, right? So because it's maintained and by cloud provider. And next, private provides complete control over security, right? So if you consider the private cloud, it's completely organized and maintain the security by the organization, right? So private cloud is only the cloud model here. And the last one, provides a choice to use an on-premises or cloud-based resources. So here we have on-premises and cloud-based resources. So two cloud models we are considering here. So that is that case, right answer is here hybrid cloud model, right? Next question, AZ-900 exam question number 110. For each of the following statements, select yes if the statement is true, otherwise select no. Note each correct selection is worth 1 point. In the answer area, the statements we have, the first statement is a company can extend a private cloud by adding its own physical servers to the public cloud. The options we have yes and no, right? A company can extend a private cloud by adding its own physical servers to the public cloud. The right answer is no. Under the public cloud models, a company cloud provider will have the ability or right, so the company will not have the ability or access to the to this solution. Next statement is to build a hybrid cloud you must deploy resources to the public cloud, right? The right answer is yes, because hybrid is a combination of public and private cloud model, right? So you must deploy resources to the public cloud. So that is you should. Right answer is yes. And then last statement is a private cloud must be disconnected from the internet. Here again answer is no. in the cloud, right? So it should be connected with internet. Option is no. With this, we completed module 7 about AZ-900 Microsoft Azure Fundamental Certification Real Exam Questions and Concepts. If you are new to my channel, please like, share and subscribe and provide your valuable comments. Thanks for watching.